Hello everyone, this is Jean. I'm here in Ulda about to engage in the quest for the Gold Saucer event, Make It Rain. Let's talk to this Lalafell behind us. Lamentian Lalafell. The Sabotender Shimmy. This young man sighs in audible distress. This quest is available for a limited time only, and it looks like you get a gold card, which you can get 30,000 MGP. Wow, not that I need it. Um, and you also get an emote. So let's see what this is about. I don't know why this time should be any different. I'm such a failure. What's wrong? Me, I'm what's wrong. I just don't think I can make it. Oh, forgive me. I was caught up in my own little world. I didn't mean to burden you with my problems. Unless, of course, you have a moment to spare for a stranger's woes? The name's Nanafun, and more than anything in this life, I want to play the role of Senior Sabotender, that marvelous mascot for the Gold Saucer. They're holding auditions right now. In fact, I've tried my best in front of the judges before, but those moves, my body refuses to cooperate. The seventh round of trials is just around the corner, and if I fail to qualify again, I think it might be time to face the truth. I'm just not cut out to be a sub-attender. Let's see. Let's go with this one. Wait, senior sub-attender isn't a real sub-attender? Surely you jest. Everyone knows it's a Lalafell in a costume. Well, if you're not from there, how the hell would you know? Anyways, but it will never be this Lalafell in that costume. Ho ho ho! I may have some advice for you, my distraught and diminutive friend. Ah, Godbert. I know you. You're Godbert Mandeville, proprietor of the Gold Saucer. In the firm and supple flesh. Now, if I heard correctly, you're struggling to emulate our senior's trademark shimmy, yes? Yes, sir. It's long been my dream to slip on the Sabotender suit and bring smiles to people's faces. A noble endeavor if there ever was one, and it certainly sounds as if you've been giving it the old Manderville try. Considering my position, it would hardly be sporting of me to favor one candidate above the others. No, I cannot help you directly, but shall instead point you in the direction of someone who can. Take yourself over to Blackbrush Station and find a fellow by the name of Rurizan. If you're willing to work for your dream, then he's the one to help you achieve it. Why don't you accompany our young friend here, adventurer? I dare say he could use the support, and even a veteran like you might learn a thing or two from the talented Rurizan. Oh, thank you, Master Mandeville, thank you! Come on, adventurer, let's not waste another moment. I've always had a soft spot for the dreamers. Good luck with the instruction, and I'll see you at the saucer. Okay. Ah, there's the sporting chap right there. I'm sorry to bother you, but are you Ruizan by any chance? The very same. What may I do for you? Interesting. And might you share the reason why you are so determined to assume the role of Senior Sabotender? Of course, it's my favorite story. It all began when I visited the Gold Saucer on the day of its grand opening. It was all so magical. I was captivated by the splendid decorations, entranced by the games and attractions. But what really struck a chord in my heart was the sight of Senior Sabotender and the way he left delight in his wake. Even just the sight of his swift stepping gait brought smiles and laughter. Though I strive to be cheerful myself, I have a gloomy streak that tends to rub folk the wrong way. So you can imagine my excitement when I saw how Senior Sabotender could light up a room without needing to utter a single word. I had found my calling. Ever since that day, I've attended every single casting audition in the hopes of winning the role, but I never seem to be good enough. Well, I, for one, am convinced of your dedication to the part, and as for mastering the movements, I may have a few pointers to give you. Oh, wait, that spin, you're him! It's been a while now, but yes, I was the original Senior Sabotender. Driven by my undying love for all things Sabotender, I spent hours upon hours perfecting my mimicry of their movements, only to be rewarded with the sneers and mockery of my peers. But not from Godfrey Vanderbilt. No, that magnificent man accepted me in all my prickly ways, even going so far as to hire me as entertainment for his soon-to-be open gold saucer. Everything from the design of the senior's costume to his most subtle choreography was given over to my control. I strove to become a Sabotender, body and mind, and for 3 whole days neither food nor water passed my lips. Then came the day of the grand opening. I marched and danced with all my might, and just as my shift was coming to an end, I tottered and toppled over the rail of a second-floor balcony. My refusal to drink water had been my downfall. I survived the tumble, as you can see, but my leg was never the same. Extended performances became impossible, and I was forced to hang up the suit. I was only Senior Sabotender for a single day, but now fate has brought you before me, a fellow Sabotender enthusiast. My course is clear. I cannot dance for long, but it should be sufficient to pass on the basics, assuming you're willing to learn. More than ever. And what of you? Count me in. What the heck? Wonderful. We can practice the moves together. Then let us begin. Well, I believe you've grasped the fundamentals. All that's left is to embrace the Sabotender spirit, to become the senior. Go, my thousand-needle neophytes, impress the judges with the authenticity of your audition. What the heck? I am one with the desert sun. Oh my gosh. Please don't tell me you're auditioning too. I'm nervous enough as is. I will make the most of your lessons, Master Rurizan. Thank you ever so much. Right. If you're ready, adventurer, it's time we were going. The gold saucer awaits. Alright. Okay, well that's an interesting sight. uh, Alright. Where is he? He's over here. Okay. This is it. My 7th audition, and my hands still shake as much as the first time. Let's see. Remember, become the senior. Yes, and sabotenders do not shake. But considering the disaster which befell Ririzan, I'll be sure to have a good gulp of water before I begin. Wish me luck. This is such a cute story. Thank you, candidate number 6. Let us keep things moving, shall we? Number 7, now is your time to shine. Mr. Nanafon, is it? Would you care to share something about yourself? Ambitions? Dreams? Not at all? Ah, you elected to remain mute, have you? Let's see. You've become a sabotender in truth. Yes, yes. I am reminded of the first senior sabotender, of Master Rurizan himself. Simply fantastic. No need to take this to a vote. Mr. Nanafan, you are hired. A dedicated performance until the very end. I applaud you, sir. I can hardly believe it. They hired me on the spot. I have to thank Mr. Mandeville and Master Rurizan. And last but not least, I have to thank you, adventurer. I could never have done this without your unwavering support. The next time you see Senior Sabotender, it might be me in that costume. I won't break character to speak, so pray do not think me rude. I will instead welcome you with the most genuine Sabotender antics that I can manage, just as Master Ruzan taught me. And that's it. He's quite cute. You have learned the emote Senior Sabotender. Alright. Well, normally I don't participate in this event. This is the first time I've actually sort of kind of participated in it because, like, of course, before this event occurred, there was the whole thing with the Final Fantasy 15 crossover where we all had to grind MGP for the car and the other items. So, yeah, by the time I by the time this rolled around, and with me having worked on my MGP anyway, I'm pretty well set, so I don't really need to participate that much. See? I'd say I'm pretty good to go. But anyways, I still do, like, I do have a schedule that I do keep, or I try to keep. I can't promise I always do. Of being able to do the dailies and everything here. Of course, you have your challenge log. You have your challenge log for the gold saucer right here. Which the ones that I do, they net me about 51,000 a week. Of course, if I complete it this week before, well, no, the challenge log, it stays consistent. It's when you're participating in the events in the gold saucer that you get extra MGP. Sorry, my bad. I do my weeklies, which gives me 51k, and I just did the fashion report, which if you complete that successfully, that will net you a nice, normally it's 60,000, but with the bonus MGP right now it's, I think it's 70, I forget, but I already did that, so that's all done as well. And I've just fallen into a very easy weekly pattern with this, since it's a lot easier to do MGP now. I've bought a few things that I've been looking for, such as the invisible shield item that they were talking about that you can also get through PvP, but I'm not really doing PvP right now. I already got the Garo horse from that, so I'm good on PvP for the time being. I did have an ambition to get the Twin Adder horse, but that can wait. I just do the... Let's see, what do? I do the mini cat pot. I do the triple triad. And one thing I have come to enjoy quite a bit is... Hold on, I'll show you. This, Lord of Vermilion. It's come to be a very, very fun game to me. Now, I just do the regular practice games. I don't really do the tournaments or anything like that, because, I mean, I just do it to get through the challenge log, because the challenge log part of it is you play it once, 3, and 5 times, and you get like 27. You get 27k just for playing it 9 times. That's simple. And you don't even have to win. Just play it. That's it. So that's a really easy thing to do. The only thing I don't really get into, I also do some of the gates. I do the gates. I do Air Force One. I'll do Any Way the Wind Blows. I've even done the impersonator one. I just did that earlier today. God, I forgot what it was called. It's the one where you have to pick out the person's twin, and if you do, you get a nice little chunk, like maybe 2,500 or something. It's not a lot, but it's still fun, and you have to go around and look at like six almost identical people that look like the one that you get the quest from. Today I lucked out and I won. It's not always that way though. But yeah, like right now there's something going on, which I can't see what it is because I'm upstairs, which is interesting that you can't see what goes on downstairs when you're upstairs. Trying to understand that, but let's see what it is. Let's see. It's Leap of Faith, which that I tried that too, and I've only done it once, and I won, thankfully. But that one isn't really my cup of tea. That's the one where it looks like the statue that's out in Camp Drybone. That's right before the bridge that you cross over, where that series of fates happen. That little thing, they did a simulation of that, which if you have the patience and you have the tolerance to put with a lot of people and you like jumping puzzles, go do it. I'm not one really for jumping puzzles in this game. I know I've had to do them, but oh well. They're really just not my cup of tea, but if you like them, go do that. But anyways, yeah, this was a cute little story, and I think it is one of the shortest event stories I've ever seen them do. But of course next week is the release, well, early access, pardon me, early access to Shadowbringers. So I wish you all well, and I wish you luck, and enjoy the story and leveling your current classes, as well as trying out Dancer and Gunbreaker. So until next time, have a good one. Bye bye.